coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Texas A&M Aggies. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Arkansas's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Last year, these two played a classic. Those of us who remember the old Southwest Conference would be proud. But once again, we are reminded, field goals are fine. Touchdowns are way better, especially if you want to win.
I guess, Reese, you didn't like that field goal in the fourth quarter that Arkansas chose to take. But A&M did what they needed to do. Go down the field. They scored the game-winning touchdown with about 9 minutes left. Arkansas didn't forget it. This is a fun matchup. We've seen it in Jerry World so many times. This matchup gets a little tasty.
Yeah, Mike Elko's defense, too, was outstanding in that game. They shut down the run. They got 3 takeaways in the game, and that really was the biggest statistic. So going into this one, Arkansas has got to do a better job having balance, but also taking care of the football.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
And the Razorbacks are on the move. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Green. Finds his man. It's Platt. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Razorbacks can really attack on this second and short. Here's the pressure. Got his man quickly. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. So Texas A&M's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Going to swing it on second down. Makes the grab over the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Pulls and fires complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They are backed up, defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line. The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The Razorbacks are flying down the field.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like breaks into the open? Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Jukes his way for more. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. And the Razorbacks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Distance not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. Running to the left. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. These two old SWC rivals might have taken a bit of a hiatus in their series, but once the Aggies came to the SEC, things ratcheted back up quickly.
Right, and that's been some of the cool side of conference expansion, right? You got this rivalry renewed from a long time ago.
There he goes! They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. He'll keep it himself. Makes a man miss. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of...
And that's a live ball. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Quick release on the RPO. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Razorbacks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Quarterback on the keeper. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Makes the grab. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting...
Turning it on. Touchdown, Aggies. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense trying to hit the dagger route. You see the receiver, he went down the field, stretched it, made it look like it was going to be a go, put his foot in the ground, tried to cut to the inside. They're just not able to be on the same page there.
Finds his man. It's Hill. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to fire deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And man, 3 plays into this drive, and it's apparent what this offense wants to do. They're going to take shots down the field. They're going to be aggressive.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Green. Keeps it going. Lost one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Razorbacks send out the punt unit. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Makes a catch along the sidelines, but he's going to lose yardage.
That's when I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete. Because he made the catch, but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets rid of it. He's got it on the move. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to come into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to pass. It's Green. Makes the grab. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Looking to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Blake. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Razorbacks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's got it on the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on 2nd down. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Green. Here's the heat. Bringing the heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. He splits the uprights. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock.
QB spicing. No gain on the play. brings up second down.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Texas A&M going up tempo. Third down play from the gun. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the fourth down.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give to the back. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Razorbacks will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver working the curl route. Receiver got his depth, and he fought back to the football, helping make that completion a whole lot easier.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice the safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down. Because the RPO game's been a problem.
Oh, he's got some space. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Man, you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Got a man, it's Bussey. And they're able to make the tackle.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and The running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it. Now put him in a predictable third.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. You got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games. You know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Pulls it in. It's Jones. At the 35, he's loose. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. And the Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Green. Makes the catch. Crosses the 30, he's got to wait. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Makes the grab. It's Washington.
Yeah, how about the running back showing you a little agility, baby? A little toe tapping on the sidelines. He looked like a wide receiver. Make sure he kept his feet in bounds, makes the catch, gets some positive yards.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Snags a quick pass on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking for a crease, it's Moss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this team needs more of that, man. Like, this is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football.
This game just feels so different than it did in the 1st half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Here's the shuffle pass is complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Off play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Washington. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Off the play fake. Short hands, it's Carroll. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. He'll do it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that something on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bussey. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll run it from the gun. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense up front? Their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the ground game. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and they're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down and 10th cut. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback, dropping back, not giving up the big play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing a turnover. 3rd down coming up. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air. It's Green. Catch in the middle. It's Blake. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Razorbacks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! Quick strike through the air for the score. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake will get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down coming up. Back to pass, it's Reed. Grabbed in the middle, it's Craver. And he'll be brought down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Aggies need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. They cut into this lead the last time they had it, and now here in the fourth, a chance to move on top with a score. Got it in the middle, it's Green. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Hill. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw it. Slips a tackle. Makes his man miss. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they can't...
Touchdown, Razorbacks! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and give me one more stop.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. To the air, it's Reed. Under fire. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. The clock is really putting the pressure on this offense. Hustling to the line, desperate to get a few more yards. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. They're rushing to the line, already in position for the potential game winner. Got to spike it and stop the clock. He'll do it himself on the draw. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. And the Aggies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. On the run, it's Owens. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They'll send out the kicker here. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot. With the 12th man standing at the ready, and at times it seemed as if A&M needed them, the Aggies take down the Razorbacks and win this rivalry game. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.